But we have, at this point, pretty much cleared away to the magic rooster. I want to go, like, actually check to make sure there's nothing immediately next to him. But I think at this point, we can go get Peeper. And actually, one of us could just stand next to him, and then the other goes and gets Peeper, and then teleports, and that should eliminate pretty much all possible problems. Alright, you stand right there.
Oh, I think... Okay.
And I am going to waypoint over to the Driftwood Square.
Not in any mood to talk about it.
Delicious crackers, but try to restrain yourself.
Okay, yeah, we'd better get there before...
No, you don't even have a stomach. It'd just be indulgent.
Okay, yeah, we'd better sort this out before Quirkus just decides to...
Did he come with?
I figured he would, because Sir Laura always teleports with me, but... Back over here, because that's closer to where he is. Go back to the chicken coop, and I guess I'm walking. Okay, there he is. Just gonna walk, because I'm not sure if he...
He's following. I know, that's not the witch's house. That's just another house we apparently didn't notice. We'll come back to that. Yep.
Was I running past it trying to get the squirrel? Probably.
I think so, but I don't know.
You guys mind if I search Carruthers? Not anything on him anyway. It's fine. Okay, Peeper, please walk around the poison. Good job.
Behold, it is I, the magic cockerel. Wagwan! What is this? Papa? Papa! Papa?
Okay, I'm going to figure out why you're called a magic cockerel later, but...
Well?
Yep, this is your son with Big Marge. Unfortunately, she has departed to the Shadow Realm.
good sort. I'll mourn her with my mourning. Caw-caw-caw-caw!
The rooster looks his son over, first with one beady eye, then the other.
He has my eyes. Buck, 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 but I see nothing but the void lurking behind those pretty peepers. Kill him now, or he will get caw! Kill us all later. Papa?
Yeah, you know what? You killed your entire family, and I mean, yeah, you're adorable, but yeah, no, I'm gonna trust the weird magic rooster on this one.
Good choice. Good choice. Oh, gosh! And I'll give you a little something for your trouble after.
The quest is done. I get the feeling if we just left him alone, he would have killed way more things.
What is it?
So how did you come by magic powers?
Kill the wizard!
Okay.
Fair enough. Oh, that was a lot of stuff in that chest.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess that's our reward for, you know, taking care of Peeper.
Yeah.
Let's go check out that house.
Guys, I appreciate what you're doing with the Magisters and the armor, but taking up a lot of the space.
During a bygone era. Something about it appeals to you, a faint heat emanating from the stones, perhaps.
Yeah, this is like the one that we found that weird werewolf thing in front of.
The air stirs, as though someone had appeared and taken a seat upon the altar. A voice rises around you, its source unclear. Fractured whispers surround you. Hurry.
How long has it been?
Gareth looks to the limp body at his feet, then to you, sword raised. He isn't quite present, but lost in his own tangled thoughts.
I knew I'd see him again. I wish it hadn't been like this.
So, is this a Magister?
Yet more than that. His name is Jonathan. He is my friend. Or was my friend.
And how did Jonathan end up on the floor of this shack?
I led him here. I felt someone's gaze on me from almost the very moment I stepped foot on the coast. Lucian taught never to ignore augury. And sure enough, I saw the flash of white. I heard the sprigs snapping. Someone was watching, following. I came here and waited. The door swung open and it was him. A face I hadn't seen since I was called to the Seekers. He didn't say a word. Just flashed the arrest warrant. Seems he didn't expect the punch.
Glassjaw?
Now I must do as duty requires.
Gareth raises his blade and tightens his grip, but falters. He cannot strike the final blow.
I personally don't really care what the Divine would have him do, although that might be the way that brings him the most peace in theory. I don't really want him aboard the Lady Vengeance. I don't see what use he would be, but I could be wrong. And yeah, I'm not really the merciful type, but I'm also... Thoughts?
Let him figure it out with that last choice.
Yeah, that's probably the fairest.
Gareth turns his head. He's even further away than before.
I don't know.
So either, I guess you could, because like every freaking religious thing, you could interpret it in either direction as suits your purposes. I want him taken out, but
yeah.
But maybe this will make him feel better than if I had just encouraged him.
Gareth's fingers open and close around his sword's hilt. His breathing quickens, his forehead wrinkles, yet his arm remains suspended in air.
I'll take him out myself.
Blood seeps from Jonathan's wound and pools at Gareth's feet. He stares at the stream as it carves a path around his boots.
What? What have you done?
Gareth's eyes go glassy. There is no warmth, no chill, no joy, no sadness. It is as if the void has possessed him.
I need to go. Away from here. Away from this. Away from you.
Yeah, I have absolutely no sympathy for you. You've been a whiny, incompetent leader this entire time. So, yeah, you don't even have Seekers to lead. You know why? Because you screwed up and got them all killed. So go cool off at the Lady Vengeance and be glad that I'm not attacking you.
Yes, you're right. There's little time for tears. When it is time to sail, I will be ready.
It's awful hard to be a leader when you're as indecisive as that one.
Yeah.
This again?
Considering the Divine, he so devotedly followed, in quotes, unleashed death fog on the elves, which is something that I don't think I would consider doing ever. You can't say he's not used to following a somewhat bloodthirsty leader.
Well, now that I've
Okay, so there are the
sated
paladins.
my kleptomania.
There are the paladins over there that we could go check on, or we're actually getting close to the sawmill if you want to head that way. Paladins or sawmill?
Paladins.
Paladins. Okay. So I'm sorry, I don't see... Maybe I'm completely wrong, but I don't see anything good coming of allowing a Magister who knows that we're here.
To just chill out on her boat or whatever.
Yeah.
That's the kind of thing that gets more of us killed.
Yep. Because apparently we can't even keep prisoners effectively because Alexander managed to get away from us.
Yeah, we probably could if we had the time to watch them ourselves, but we have other stuff to do.
Yeah.
Who goes there?
Have you seen someone matching Brahmas's description?
Who's asking?
Red Prince.
Prince, eh? In that case, you better talk to Sir Hardwin. Centre Bridge, can't miss him.
I wonder if Cork made it back here. Like, he lived, but he kind of just, I think, ran off.
I see a trap nearby.
Okay, they've got traps
Okay,
set,
guys.
so...
I shall not mourn till war is done.
The spirit mouths the words to a mourning song. If you listen carefully, you can hear her whisper.
I shall not mourn till war is done. I shall not weep while blood still runs. And all my tears when weeping comes, and I'll avenge my darling one.
She turns back to her fallen self once more, her eye... A senior paladin sits hunched over a tattered map. He registers your presence, sits back in his chair, taps his fingers on the map.
Who are you, and who sent you?
I'm here asking about a lizard dreamer called Brahmos. Have you seen him?
You must be the Red Prince. I did meet with a Brahmos, yes, but he's no longer here. Some lizards came along, rather shady-looking types if you ask me. Before I knew it, the fellow you're looking for was gone.
Do you know where he went?
Across the bridge. Last I heard, one of my scouts saw him heading down the southern road bound for Stonegarden. You're
Thanks.
welcome. Now, if you'll excuse me...
He looks back down at his map, but then seems to change his mind.
Actually, hang on for another moment, would you? I think I've heard about you. Didn't you free the Meister from the gallows in Driftwood?
Yep.
Then I may well have a job for you, if you're interested.
What do you want done?
Taps a finger on the map on the table.
Here, in the Black Pits, are White Magisters. Their operation is shrouded in mystery, and this pricks our ears. We are gravely concerned. We believe the White Magisters may have strayed into the darkness.
I mean, I can confirm that for you several times over.
We suspect that Dallas herself and her master Vriedemann are the inspiration for these dark endeavors. Look under the white veil of secrecy and report back.
How much are you paying?
How much do you want? I have fewer paladins to pay, so I have ready gold. But there are limits.
I'll ask for the slightly unreasonable sum.
He thinks on this.
It's a hefty amount. But for a job well done, we can stretch to it.
He offers you an item. A whistle-like device sits nestled in your hand.
When you're ready, send a war owl. Be careful out there. It's a dangerous place these days. And I'd like to think I'll hear from you again. And, adventurer...
He looks you in the eye.
Don't get caught.
Also,
It's still stealth if nobody's left a report on seeing you, right?
you were wondering about Cork? He's right here.
Oh, hi.
By Lucian's sword, lizard, we meet again. Would that circumstances were better here than in Fort Joy, but they're not. Voidwoe can lie in wait beyond the bridge.
Yep, and that's all he ever says. Nothing else really comes of it. I mean, I guess you could argue maybe that his report is why they're suspicious of the Magisters, but I think you get offered that quest regardless. So saving him doesn't really amount to anything. Unless a random mod decides to make a demon attack you for not saving him.
I heard you might be coming through this way. Good on you for the help you gave Loar. Good on you indeed.
Yeah, well, you seem like the type that might be selling crafting materials, and you are, including blank skill books. I'm not going to buy those unless I need them because they're expensive, but it's good to know that they're here. Oh, and he also has arrowheads. Would you, please purchase the arrowheads and the log from him?
I heard you might be coming through this way. Good on you for the help you gave Loar. Good on you indeed.
The log. There you go.
Okay.
And I don't see anything else there that I really want right now. But remind me that we should probably come back and talk to this guy whenever the merchants refresh, which tends to happen when we level up, which of course we just did, so it's going to be a while. I think it happens after a certain amount of time passes too, but it takes a while. But yeah, he's another one that I'm just going to have to visit regularly because he sells crafting materials, which we always need. And I'm just checking to see if there are any notes or anything around here. No.
Not any that aren't marked stealing, anyway.
Well, yeah.
I don't feel like stealing and bothering these people.
Alright, I'm going to take Constitution because it's actually offering almost 100 health now. And I would like at least a little more health, and I also want to make sure I can keep equipping shields that I want, because I think I'm eventually going to switch back to sword and board, but...
Okay.
So I'm going to do that and intelligence. So I think we've got enough memory slots for the moment. I mean, more's great, but we need health and damage scaling too.
Saving that to the next one. Should I just come back, kid, so that I don't have to worry about that armor?
I mean, yeah, that's definitely a thought. What are your other options? I mean, Executioner is also really good because you get 2 action points when you take someone out once per turn. Whereas Comeback Kid,
okay,
we have Death Resist if we really need that, but you need a point in Warfare to take Comeback Kid.
Or Executioner.
Executioner, sorry. You need a point in Warfare for it. That's the reason I took a point in Warfare, actually. The fact that I can use some skills from it was kind of just a bonus. So, if you have any combat abilities, you could take the point in Warfare and take Executioner.
Yeah, but now the only two that I can't get are Glass Cam, which doesn't work with Lone Wolf.
And the pawn, which is incompatible with Executioner and would require Scoundrel, which we're not taking, so...
So I'm at that point in the game where as I level, I can just kind of pick.
Yep. And I'm sitting on a bunch of combat ability points, just waiting for, you know, to run across something that I want to take that I can't because I don't have. Now for myself...
Let's make sure I'm actually...
Yeah, go ahead and get that switched. It actually ended up, the charm effect, it surprised me. It ended up actually being useful that we accidentally left you in that armor during the combat with the Elven Guardians, but that was such a weird fight that, I mean, it's something to keep in our back pocket, I guess, but... Savage Sword Edge would give all my spells a critical chance, which is nice. Mnemonic is more memory points. They don't double with Lone Wolf, but they do let you go over the cap. That's something I might take later if we really need more memory slots. Far Out Man would increase my range a little bit, which is really nice. Comeback Kid lets me get up once per combat. We've seen that. Well, Skilled Up would give me that extra civil ability point and a combat ability point, but I'm just sitting on a bunch of them right now. The civil ability point, though, is tempting, because then I could take Lore Master. Because I need to get to 5 Lore Master in order to be able to identify one of the rings that we found. And even with the next civil point and turning into an elf and wearing the amulet that I've found that increases Lore Master by 1, I can only get to 3 right now. The next civil point gets me to 4. This would let me, you know, the next civil point would get me to 5, which would let me identify it, which would be really nice. And I'm sure the combat point will be useful later. So, yeah, I'm going to go with that. So, going back to civil ability points. We are going to take a point in Lore Master. That gets me up to 2 innately, and I can get up to 4 by turning into an elf using the Shapeshifter Mask and using my amulet. So the next civil point, I'll be able to actually identify that ring that we found, I believe, on the Troll is where we got that.
Burning Voidwoken. The stink upsets me, and I don't know why.
Well, you know, it
was Voidwoken. I'm impressed.
I'm willing to bet that the smell just is not great.
Yeah. I mean, burning corpses already smells bad, and
those are weird bug things
from some horrible other dimension.
All right, so I guess Brahmos
darkness.
is there. So that's part of Stonegarden, but we also need to go to Black Pits for a couple different things now. We need to find that apprentice, and we need to check on what the Magisters are doing there. So, Stonegarden and then Black Pits.
The spirit of a poacher stands before you. He begs for mercy, but not from you. He has no eyes for you.
Please, Master Ecker, it was a mistake. I'd never have killed that deer, not if I knew who it belonged to.
What's this? I found something. I should keep my voice low.
I should keep my voice
no
low.
No need to wake the dead.
No need to wake the dead.
Look who's come to join the party. Oh, but you do get around, don't you?
He takes a satisfied sniff and rubs his hands together. His lips stretch into a mischievous smirk.
When it comes to graveyards, I'm a kid in a candy shop. All sorts of goodies and gewgaws for the taking. And a bit of rousing conversation. If you know where to dig, that is.
Yeah, a lot can be learned from the dead. We keep talking to spirits, so...
Indeed. It's not just decomposing flesh and bone dust underfoot, as you know. Why, the very essence of decay flavors many an essential oil and tincture.
He presses a forefinger against his chin and hums.
You're a savvy one. I must confess, I'm not just here for random baubles and whatnot. There's something my heart, such as it is set on.
What is that?
Well, that's the gold-plated question it is. I dare say you'll enjoy this story. Somewhere in this graveyard lies an object of tremendous power. Or so the legends say, anyway. Belonged to a family buried near here. The Surreys. I've been reading up on them. An ancient clan of eccentrics and oddballs. Fascinating people, truly. Old Joanna was the last. The poor dear. Had no money, no children. Just this incredible heirloom passed down to her through the generations. Problem is, no one knows what this object is. Only that it's an astounding piece of work. Seems Joanna took its secrets to her grave. Rather literally.
Don't really like either of these options. Sure you didn't miss a clue?
His coy grin freezes.
I can recite each page from memory, but I've neither the time nor the inclination.
Tarquin sighs, and his lips unfreeze. For a moment, he looks almost modest.
It pains me to say, but you've talents in the adventuring department that I do not. This heirloom could prove valuable for both of us.
Sure.
Beautiful. The Surrey tomb must be somewhere nearby. And whatever that object is in there, I bet it's impressive.
He looks toward the graveyard.
I do wish I could wander inside. It would be nice to look up some old friends. See if they're in good spirits.
The lizard hums tunelessly. Not a melody exactly, but more of a meandering moan.
10 spans under, humans slept. 10 spans up, the dwarves were kept. Lizards burned in lasting flame. Elven trees towards skies did aim.
It's a bit odd to find a kin here. What are you doing here?
She looks to your left with one eye, and to your right with the other.
Keeping watch, tending graves.
Are you okay?
She flinches as you move closer.
No, no touching.
Okay.
Her humming fades. The eerie silence lasts for several seconds.
Riker might get mad. He doesn't like it when someone touches his things.
You seem afraid of him. Do you work for Riker?
No work. I do it 'cause I like it. Don't cause trouble. Just dig and pluck weeds and shoo the ravens.
She shivers and whispers.
He's a powerful sorcerer. Lives here in the garden. Can take the you from you. No brain, just body. My mind isn't big, but it's still mine.
It sounds similar to the Silent Monks.
She points at her head.
The servants, they got nothing up there. Riker has it all now. They need to be freed. Only way. Kill Riker.
I think it's pretty clear what she's asking me to do, but just to be sure, you want me to take out Riker.
The servants, so lost, chained by Sorcerer Riker, but they can still go home to the hall. Set them free.
The ensuing silence lasts for several seconds, until she picks up the melody once again and turns away.
This might also not be the best person to try to learn from. I mean, so far, my votes are for Hannig and the Demon Hunter, because I'm pretty sure we only need to learn from 2 of the options.
Yeah.
Not all of them.
And those 2 seem to be the only ones that aren't mustache-twirling evil villains so far.
Well, there's one other one we haven't found yet that I think is a reasonable third option.
That's fair.
And probably the most fun option.
Yeah.
As you reach to push open the heavy door, the coils and whirls of engraved wood dance into a new pattern. The semblance of a face arises, a face that seems to look right through you.
Why are you here? Tell me, and mind that you tell me true.
Jeez, option 2. Yeah, no. I get the feeling like none of these excuse ones. I mean, one is kind of true, but I get the feeling that lying is not going to help us here. God woken, coming to seek knowledge, and possibly your head.
Silence greets your answer. In the distance, you hear the screech of an eagle. Worryingly closer, you hear some kind of a moan. Time passes. At last, the lips on the door creak open, and the door speaks.
Enter.
The face melts back into the wood of the door, and the whirls swirl back into a floral pattern. A loud metallic click can be heard from deep within.
Riker lives well, it seems.
Only a
Pity the
madman would build a
location
mansion
so
on the edge of a graveyard.
undesirable.
I don't know why you two are grumbling about it. I mean, not that I would want to, have weird zombies around like he apparently does, but the dead make for very quiet neighbors.
I do wish they had recorded more alternate lines, though, so we weren't
Constantly repeating after each other.
It's nicer when we say two different things.
Yeah, sometimes we do say different things, and that's nice, but usually... I will say it happens less when you're playing single player, because then it's more likely that only one person will say the line, so it is a little bit... It's slightly a multiplayer issue, but I do kind of feel like maybe the origin characters should have had more unique lines. Maybe just get rid of Sabine and Beast, since they do so frickin' little, and focus more on the remaining ones.
Yeah, as much as I like playing as dwarves in video games.
Well, I mean, easy solution to that. There's nothing saying that Ethan had to be human.
Yeah.
There were other races in the Divine Order at one point.
Yeah,
It's
I'm just
less
kind of
so
pointing
now,
out Beast has, like, nothing.
But
really
yeah,
going
there's
on
no reason that
compared
Ethan would
the
have to be
others.
human. There's no reason that Loso would even have to be human. Make one or both of them non-human races. Anyway.
Kin, you speak to Cure, hatched from the egg of Zora. It pleases Cure to speak to lizards once more.
Cure? That's not how I would have thought to pronounce that, but okay.
But why does a dragonkin leave the ancient empire? Why does a dragonkin come to such a dark place?
You stare in shock. It's speaking perfect old tongue. You'd have no idea what it was saying if you weren't well versed in the Empire's ancient texts.
I'm pretty sure this is something you need to be both a lizard and a scholar for.
Makes sense.
We're on a mission from God.
Celestial champion. Cure
I feel like I need sunglasses now.
Our old master would be proud. Has the Empire fallen so far? The old master would never have allowed such folly.
Who comes to see Riker?
The lizard hisses dismissively.
All apes look alike. They dress in black, but come in all shapes. Tall humans, stunted dwarves, creatures that stink of death. All that is known is they arrived with gold and left with the promise that people will die.
I've almost never heard the old tongue spoken. How did you learn it?
Cure's old master taught Cure. Consul Zara, esteemed lizard consul, was the most prestigious master, until the elf killed Consul Zara.
The lizard lets out a low, rumbling hiss.
Killed Zara for gold, Then he stole Zara's chest and stole Cure away.
So are you a prisoner?
A prisoner, yes, but my master's secrets are safe. The vile elf cannot speak our elegant tongue, and he could not break open her chest. It tried for many weeks, but its enchantments are strong. In the elf's rage, it was thrown into the flames of our lizard graves. Even there, it could not be destroyed. It brought joy to hear the elf's fury.
How do I open the chest?
The lizard's eyes cold, search your face for a moment.
Come on, wouldn't you rather it go to another lizard instead of possibly Riker if he manages to ever open it?
Cure has hoped to keep his master's secrets until the end of time. But it is right that a kin of your majesty should know. If you can douse the fire, good prince, sing these words. The chest will open for you like a cracked egg. Honor the memory of Cure's master. She deserves nothing less.
I will. Thank you.
Kind of wished we could take him with us.
Yeah, actually,
this
that would have been
place.
kind of cool. Like, if you take out Riker, he becomes another summonable pet, like the black cat.
What's this? I found something.
I could get... Okay, we're not allowed to move it at the moment, but he's got something under that carpet, apparently.
A visitor. Such a rare and exquisite pleasure.
The elf tilts his head backwards, but his squinted eyes don't stray from yours.
Call me Riker. Please, do avail yourself of my creature comforts. You've surely come a long way.
Oh, you don't know the half of it.
Perhaps not. But I know the wilds are all the wilder as the void encroaches. Do you agree, Godwoken?
He knows we're Godwoken because the door probably told him. How do we think? Okay, yes, sure. How did you know? I ask, pretending I don't realize.
So naive. My doors only open on the occasion of truth. What you admit to them, you admit to me, Red Scale. I also see you are not yet whole.
He presses a slender forefinger against his tight lips and hums.
I'm not a generous man, but I could give you what you seek if you offer something in return. A completely fair exchange between sorcerers.
What do you want from us, if I were to accept this?
You must go to the Black Pits. There's a cavern there. In it, you'll find a stone tablet of considerable value.
He points to the location on your map.
Bring it to me.
Dizziness. It lasts just a moment, but long enough for you to feel Zorstis's presence. You hear no words, yet understand. It's imperative you accept Riker's bargain. The episode passes. Riker is peering at you intently. He awaits your reply.
Well, I mean, we're just agreeing to go get the tablet and then possibly accept his help learning how to use more Source. If the way he tries to help us is something we don't like, we could stop him. And if we decide the tablet is something he shouldn't have, we can hand it over, fulfilling our word, and then take him out, fulfilling our word to the lizard attendant, and then just take the tablet back. That work for you?
Yeah, it works for me.
So, sure.
A promise you'd best fulfill.
Oh, I'll fulfill it to the letter, but perhaps not the spirit.
Riker bows his head deeply.
Then you'll have the power you seek, if not the power that trumps it. There will always be one greater, you know. Now please, don't let me keep you.